All right, here we are,
Here we are.
ladies and gents. And what is this called, Bob? The 13,
The Baker's Dozen.
the Baker's
We're going to call it for
Dozen.
now. Now, if anybody's got a better name for a 13-minute daily podcast, please let us know. So, putting that out there.
I mean,
that's the best we've got.
That's the best we've got. Basically, we thought it'd be good if Bob and I could just touch base every day and kind of shoot the shit for a little bit and talk about everything. And, obviously it's beneficial for us to just kind of talk about stuff. So every day, I think
it is. We discussed it's like it's a very good outlet for mental health for sure. I think you and I are both very similar in the fact that we probably don't hang out with friends as much as we used to back in the day, and that little bit of not being a social thing, it wears on you after years and years, and like it gets almost awkward. So I think this is a great thing for us to shoot the shit and just kind of keep it like it used to be,
right.
That nostalgic feeling. I always get that when I talk to you, though. I mean, lifelong friends, that's how it goes,
Yeah, I mean, it's almost like, we're not around each other. Obviously, like you and I do not live in the same city anymore.
Let's be honest. Even before I moved, we had our own things. We both. I don't think it was lack of not wanting to see each other. I think it was lack of we both don't go out and see that many people.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Yeah. It's like everyone's like, I was antisocial because of COVID. I was like, you guys are just now jumping on this shit because I've been this way for like a decade. Like,
that's what I was gonna say. I was like, dude, that was pre-COVID. Like
now y'all know what it's like.
Now I have an excuse that I don't have to leave the house.
It's like, fuck, now I'm like saving lives by doing what I literally did every day of my life. Like, I'm a hero. God damn it.
Exactly.
Anyway,
now if we're slowly ingratiating back into some semblance of normality, if we're getting back into that realm in which that we can all kind of hang out and do stuff
and feel safe about it without a whole lot of anxiety, for sure.
Yeah, but I still am like,
I'm taking it to the extreme. So I'm like, I don't hang out with anybody ever, but then I'm like, yeah, I'll go to a concert with 18,000 people. Sure, let's do it. I literally went to Innings Fest. I saw you showed you some clips. Jimmy Eat World, Green Day. Fuck, what the fuck? Really? I am a 311 Incubus. There we go. Hadn't seen 311 or Incubus in a while. That was awesome. Jimmy Eat World as well. All those bands, great stuff. But yeah, there were a lot of people that shit. I mean, 2 stages, but yeah, like 8 to 10,000 people just kind of moseying around. It's like, fuck, at this point I'm vaccinated and boosted, we're outdoors.
Are you double vaxxed and boosted?
I'm not, only because I don't qualify mathematically yet. I got boosted in December, so I can't get boosted again until like June.
Okay.
So, but I'm actually gonna
No, I was asking, like, so you've had your 2 shots and then you boosted. Yeah.
Yes.
So you're not double boosted though.
No, I'm boosted. Yeah, as of December.
Nor mine. The second that I have the opportunity to get it.
I finished my vaccines back in April last year, I think.
Yeah.
The irony of it is I qualified for getting it before most people because of the obesity, but the only reason I was obese was because of COVID. So it was kind of ironic. Like I gained 50 pounds in COVID, and that's what set me over the top to be technically obese, which got me COVID shots before most people my age.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Underlying conditions, baby.
That's that hack, baby. That's that vax hack.
Underlying conditions, baby. That's right. More meat for the mugging. What? So tell me about this other thing you've been doing with your buddy, cheating on me and shit. Podcasting, casting pods out there.
Oh,
that's what's ups.
That's what's ups. Yeah. So, we had started, ladies and gents, talking mainly about,
NC hardcore /metal / yes,
fucking fucking gent music. Do you want to talk about
Oh,
some NC hardcore?
I'm a big fan of ladies and D-gents. You know that.
Yeah, I know. And by the way, again, it's gents.
Yeah, I know.
No,
D gents. Still not sure why there's a J in there, but it's cool.
Yeah, it's fine. No, I have another friend that we started just kind of like a little another thing. It's called That's What's Ups. So it's like, fuck yeah, that's what's up.
From what you tell me, it's just you guys kind of talking, shooting the shit, like talking about life and everything and nothing all at the same time.
Yeah, it's me and fucking Jimbo, and we're just talking about just life.
It's like Seinfeld, but not as funny.
Sure.
Yeah, that's what I would go with. It sounds like.
Yeah, I mean, we just talk about stuff and kind of go through where we're at this time, and but he and I literally can shoot the shit for 5 hours.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
To be fair, we've had some go like 2.5, 3 hours. So.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I know. So
I'll take it as a compliment, meaning it seems like a similar relationship, and I like that.
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
There's an ease to it.
Yeah. So what we can do is we could do like a That's What's Ups, and then ladies and gents crossover, and the three of us can just kind of shoot the shit for maybe 12 hours. I don't know.
Is this going to be better than the Jetsons and the Flintstones? Is that what this is?
I don't know.
That was like the first crossover that ever happened in my mind. Like the first crossover in all time was literally that. The Jetsons and the Flintstones had an episode, or like maybe a week of episodes together. And it was like the future with the past, and it was mind-blowing. And Hanna-Barbera was all over that. Barbera? I think that's it. Yeah. Anyway, hey, I'm going to shamelessly plug the fact that I'm making music again finally.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, because you just plugged my other podcast.
Well, no,
I wanted to ask you about what you've got going on musically.
I'm stoked. For the first time in forever, it feels like I'm motivated, and I'm going through some old ideas that I always intended to make this little thing like a just me. It's very pop punk, folk punk. There's hints of ska reggae on it, but it's a lot of just everything I've ever been into. And it's going to be like 6 songs. It's going to be perfect. I'm excited for it because I have a lot of other stuff I'm working on, but it's like, I want to release this and be like, here's the start to what I'm trying to start doing for the next, 3 or 4 years. This is, the precursor to what's about to happen. Like, I like that feel, and it's fun. Jude's getting in on it too. He's been fucking around with his keyboard and his ukulele and shit, and he's got 3 or 4 songs, lyrics, melodies written. I'm just going to do the instruments on that one. Maybe a background vocal here and there, but probably not, honestly. I don't think he needs it. I think I'll just make it worse, or not worse, but bring it down. But I'm excited. Music's finally flowing through my soul again as far as creating, and it's been a while. I missed my friend. So
what do you mean by you miss your friend?
Well, music's always been my outlet. It's my journal.
So you meant like music is your friend?
Yeah, music's my friend. Yeah, absolutely. It's one of those things when you're depressed, and it's truly, they say, like, you don't find joy in the things you used to love, and it's like, that's true. Like, the thing I'm most passionate about, other than being a dad, is playing music and writing music and enjoying music. And it's like, that has not been a thing for a while. I've been really low, not great. I mean, still pulling it off, but hey, and it's
Bob. Can I hold you? Can I hold you there for a second?
Mm-hmm.
I as well. I've not been great.
Yeah.
So
I know, man. And that's why I enjoy having somebody to talk to these things, talk about these things.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
It's therapeutic for sure. We're just doing a normal thing friends would do, but like, we're looking at it as like this. I mean, I'm not really looking at it that way, but it's like, I love how we analyze it. We're like, we're going to get something out of this other than just being friends, like, that's not enough. it is enough. It's funny. It's like
we have become each other's therapists.
there's a
We have
silver.
become,
There's
there's a way
a
that we can talk about this together, and we can try to get through. At least if we, I mean, obviously we're not clinical physicians or whatever, but if there's any way that you and I can just talk together and talk through shit, right?
Mhm.
And make sense of things and make it feel a bit better.
Absolutely.
I think it's
and the reason I
great.
want to, and the reason I want to share it, even if only 3 people watch it, and that's you, me, and like my sister or something, or Marissa.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah, who fucking cares?
It's still like maybe one person might see it and be like, hey, I can connect with those guys. That's cool. Like,
Right.
I like that. Like, that's great.
Exactly.
Fucking call it up. We'll have you guys. Let's do it. We have room for multiple screens on this fucking setup. Let's do it.
Like, fucking join us.
Join us.
Join us.
Yeah. Join the light side.
Yeah.
Anakin.
Just and I didn't mean to like cut you off about what you were saying.
No,
but
you were relating. And I mean, I think that's, a lot of the time I feel like I speak for both of us, especially talking about like the mental health stuff, yeah, for sure. It's you and I are very similar in that aspect. I mean, among so many other things, obviously, but yeah, I think you and I are very similar. We're social at heart, but it's,
dude, we are super social at heart.
But it's the battling of our own demons that gets in the way. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
100%. Yeah, 100%.
That's a good point.
Yeah. I never would have thought I would quote lit. I am my own worst enemy. Like, it's like literally, I quoted in that song I sent you a demo of earlier. It's just me. It's just me being me. I am not at my best. Or no, can't get this off my chest. I think lit said it best. I'm my own worst enemy. That's just me being me. You know what I mean? Like, I quote lit in a song. Like, who does that? Lit? Like, literally? What?
Of all bands choose.
Because my own worst enemy is a great fucking lyric.
No,
it's
no, you're
I'm
right.
Sure they didn't. I'm sure they didn't invent that phrase. Don't get me wrong. But that's going to be, when you hear the phrase "my own worst enemy," you're going to think of lit. That's how.
But they didn't mean to make that banger. You know what I'm saying?
So that album rips, and if you ever want some fun homework, that's a few of the songs are like blah. Honestly, the singles on that were not picked well, but the time dictated what songs were released, and that makes sense. But honestly, that's a banger of an album, and I stand by it. I listen to it regularly, and only songs I don't have on the Spotify playlist are the 3 singles. Yeah. Ziploc, Completely Miserable, maybe it's called. You Make Me Come, You Make Me Complete, You Make Me Completely Miserable.
Yeah.
It's so cringe. I don't want to hear anyone saying a song, You Make Me Come.
I don't want it. It's so bad, dude.
I mean, maybe 9 Inch Nails could pull it off. But I don't want to hear some dude with no shirt on and some tattoos and a guitar to like be like, You make me come. I'm like, oh, I know.
I know. Oh God.
I know I do, buddy.
Please don't say it. All right. So we've got
the timer go off yet or what?
We got 42 seconds left.
Well,
give a shout out to anything about anything.
This one is for his name is Sacha Cohen Baron. I think is his name.
Sacha Baron Cohen.
Sacha, no. Popular to contrary belief. Yep, I'm saying all kinds of things dyslexically. Yeah, he loves you and I love him, and therefore vicariously I love you. Wait, what?
I don't know what happened. I'm going to keep it going because I don't know what you just said. So he
loves you and I love him, so therefore vicariously I love you.
Okay.
Yes.
You hear it. There it is.
Thanks for hanging out. Fuck your cousin. We're hanging out. It's the Baker's Dozen.
Oh, I kind of like that. You should, dude. I have guitars. I don't have any drums, which is weird. Isn't that weird?
I'll play drums. You play guitar.
Good Lord. I can't. I mean, I haven't played my guitars in a while. I mean, I'll fucking slap on the drums, but
Why don't you just get a piano roll system with some MIDI and just like click some shit? You can designate keys on your keyboard to like kick and snare and shit. Like you can literally do that in like any Fruity Loops or any kind of MIDI piano roll. You can be like, oh, I want the S key on my actual keyboard to do the snare, and I want the K to do the kick. You can literally make your actual typing keyboard into a drum set. Did you know that?
So just my keyboard right here.
This could be a drum set.
What did you use?
I use this because they're velocity sensitive. But and it's got this great little octave key, which is key. If I was playing piano, I wouldn't do it on that. I just use that for strings, horns, drums mostly, because I do drums separately. Well, again, Baker's Dozen, we're fucking done. End of recording, Dick.
I'm not ending it yet. I'm trying to figure out how you got how you do all that shit, because I don't have any of that.
I don't even know how to use this thing yet, dude. I don't know that's Jude.
Dude, that thing is sick though.
It's got grippies on the back. That's all grip. That's all rubber right there for grip.
That's awesome.
It's like meant to just hang out on your dashboard next to action figures and be like, yo, let's rock out while we drive.
Next to the action figure.
Dude, I always dreamed of having a drum set in my car that like there was a kick pedal next to my gas pedal. Like, and it'd be so fun to play drums while you drive. Maybe not safe, but probably the safest of the instruments. When I owned a trumpet briefly in my mid to late teens, I would leave it in my passenger seat, and at stoplights, I would open my window and just start practicing my really fish like trumpet laughs at people in traffic. I would open my window stoned as fuck and just start playing a trumpet terribly out my window of my car.
Yeah, that's fine.
How Bob Murphy is that? I also used to live off Ty Bullet.
It's pretty Bob Murphy.
Directly off Ty Bullet near South Boulevard. And I would literally stand out by the road on the sidewalk during rush hour traffic. Cars were at a dead stop. And I would just play my acoustic guitar for people. Be like, I'm sorry you're stuck in traffic. I hope my song makes it feel a little better.
Was it painted blue at the time?
It was that old. I painted the pick guard yellow. And remember that? It was that weird gaudy yellow. And it was like, and the rest of the body was blue. The headstock might have been blue as well, I think.
Yeah, I remember.
Oh, man. Oh, shit. We went way over 13 minutes. But in the future, this is the intro.
We didn't go that far.
We're talking of, the 5 minutes we talked about what we were going to be doing with Baker's Dozen doesn't count technically. It's like an asterisk.
Yeah. So Baker's Dozen, well, it'll be, I guess, ladies and gents, Baker's Dozen.
Ladies and gents at this point is a literally record label, or a label, if you will. It is a label. It is the mother/father company of anything really coming out of our group of people, I think, at this point.
Yeah, exactly.
I love it.
We're gonna have a group of people we're gonna do podcasts together talking about all this other different type of music, like whether it be grunge or metal or K-pop.
I'm a little angry at myself right now. I misspelled the name of your company a second ago and called it Ladies and Gents, which is completely wrong. It's Ladies and D-Gents. That's my bad.
Fuck you.
I made a huge mistake and actually accidentally did it the wrong way. So I apologize for that.
Yeah.
You caught me.
Regardless of what Bob says, it is Ladies and Gents. It's DJENTS. So it's Ladies and Gents. That was the main thing that we were talking about. Kind of post-hardcore, newer metal music stuff,
which I'm hoping you'll get me a little bit more into. Hope I can jump in some of those.
Well, and that's the thing. We can do that on Baker's Dozen.
I also think we should throw up the audio for the pup one, because you responded really well to those songs, and I really enjoyed
And I did. And there's a
You
way,
you
if
enjoying
there's a
those,
way,
like,
if there's a way that I can get them posted onto
yeah.
this, then I'll get it done. So Bob and I have done two that got blocked due to
Yep.
copyright
Yeah.
issues.
But that starting line episode, if anybody out there doesn't love them, they know what they're doing. They give you the rights, and they know that their fans are passionate and they trust their judgment.
That starting line episode is great. I think that was a great fucking episode. So
honestly, the stuff you showed me about his side projects / post starting line career, because I know they're touring again, but I don't think they've written anything recently. Starting line. So but dude, some of that shit you showed me is just like, what the fuck, dude? I mean, it was completely mathematical. I mean, it was mathematical. One of those songs you showed me, I'd have to go back and listen, but it was straight math rock with Kenny singing, and I was very impressed. Very impressed.
Yeah. So we've got a lot of shit that we have to cover. It's just a matter of making sure that everything can get posted. That's the only issue. So I mean, there's so many issues like copyright stuff and with YouTube and all that. So we're going to do our best to make sure what we do talk about is good to go.
I keep wondering what that blinking red light is in your corner. I'm sorry to get personal. I mean, if it's a dildo charging, please ignore me. But
no, it's my it's a alarm clock, and we had a huge storm come through.
Is it blinking 8? Is it blinking 8s?
It's not blinking 8s. If it was, I would just stop talking about everything and be like, okay, well, this is it. The clock is blinking 8s.
You'd hide yourself in the closet with a bottle of whiskey for 2 days and just listen to Dashboard's first 2 albums.
Exactly. And I fucking
with a note on the door that says, "Leave me alone." Going through an emo phase.
Yeah. I was gonna say I would try to find Chris Carrabba somewhere on social media and be like, "You won't believe this."
But my clock's blinking 8s.
Yeah,
that's a thing most alarm clocks do when the power goes out. They blink 8s until you reset
mine
it.
Don't. So yeah.
Well, no, they reset to 12 and then they just keep blinking, and then whatever time it was, that it's to tell you when your power went out is what that is, or when it came back on, I guess technically. I think that's why
that's smarter than me.
That's the only reason I could think why they would set it back and let you see what time. You do the math and you figure out when the power came back on.
Yeah, when the shit goes out, then I'm just like, okay, well, by the time I get to it, I'll just put it at what time it's at. And
power went out twice on the Blink episode. That was cool.
Because right now it's 4:21 p.m.
Well, shit.
And that's showing 12:59 p.m.
Well,
I'm a little off.
Then your power went out yesterday. We're gonna end this. So this is Bob. I'm fucking awesome and something. All I can think of is fuck your cousin hanging out with us. It's the baker's dozen. Sorry. I'll come up with some.
You almost
how about tell your friend, your mom, and your cousin to listen to Will and Bob? It's the baker's dozen.
I don't know. So we went over maybe a couple minutes.
I'm gonna think like 8 minutes over.
Oh, maybe that's fine. Whatever. Well, then I drop everything I pick up.
Well,
hold on.
You picked up your wife and you haven't dropped her, so you got that going for you.
Yeah.
Technically, I think she picked you up.
She did. She picked me up.
Yeah.
I was a little piece of shit. And she was like, hell yeah, I like this kid. We gonna get married eventually. Let's do it.
She liked the rebel, and now like you're still the rebel. She's like, fuck.
It's like, God damn it.
I really thought he would grow up just a little bit. At least a little.
I thought he would have become a better dude. Like,
now to be fair, I don't know. No, you guys are great. you're a great guy. She sees everything that you and your closest friends see in yourself. Maybe not you.
Yeah.
I don't know. Nobody sees it in themselves, but
no, for sure.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, obviously we all have our flaws and shit, but
hey, if there's anyone that knows how supportive of that woman is to your life, it's somebody like me. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, for sure.
She backs you up on anything you want to do. Like, she is your best friend, and I think I'm envious, and I think a lot of people should be. That's the goal you should look for.
Yeah.
I'm done. Sorry.
Yeah, no, you're good. I appreciate what you said. And
You guys are coming up on 20 years of fucking dating, man. So
yeah, it's getting
I know, yeah, it is. Yeah. What is it, this New Year's, or is it a year plus and then New Year's? It's getting, oh God. My bad.
no, you're fine. So it'll be,
I'm just doing the math and thinking about your age, and I'm like, it's gotta be coming up, right?
It'll be 2024 will be 20 years.
Okay.
So it'll be New Year's 2024.
Like going, okay, I got you.
Yeah. Because it's January 1st of 2004 is our anniversary.
Right. Got you.
Yeah, so
like when you, yeah. Like when we caught you making out in the bathroom. I feel like somebody filmed it, and I don't even feel like cell phones were a thing, really.
I don't think so.
I feel
never
like
happened.
Yeah, you guys totally did not make out in the bathroom at the hotel we were all hanging out at partying. That was not a thing. How embarrassing.
How embarrassing. So what are we? I already forgot. What are we calling this subgenre?
We're gonna call it Dunkin' Donuts.
Okay.
Bagels.
All right. So it's going to be called, ladies and gents.
It's going to be called Getting 13 Bagels for the Price of 12.
All right. So you don't want to call it Baker's Dozen?
No, 13 bagels for the price of 12. That's the new name.
Jesus wept. That's a long name. Man.
I know. Maybe just this episode.
Okay. So for this episode, we're going to call it
13 bagels for the price of 12.
It's going to be called, ladies and gents, thinking about the bagel.
Anything's a vagina if you try hard enough.
Oh my God, Bob, don't ruin it. I'm not editing.
You should have ended it about 12 seconds ago.
I know. So it's called,
maybe even 13 seconds.
Okay, so again, to reiterate, this episode is called Ladies and Gents, Thinking About the Bagels, the Baker's Dozen. Stop it. You stop it.